Guys, here many day trades. So weekly watch is kind of going to stay the same way as we've been doing, more or less. Charts that I am interested in, not necessarily exact levels. So DKS had monster move from ER. Real clean multi-time frame breakout here, monthly, weekly. Right, this monthly, we stay over this 120 area. This monthly looks real good. Can get some legs 125. Over 125, that 130, 129 area, possible inverted head and shoulders here. We're finally breaking this trend. Um, eh, it's there, right? But this thing needs to clear 123.18. If rejected, look for this thing to come back down to this 119.86, 118.30 level. AMAT, chips. We could do all these names. AMD, Nvidia. We've been hammering Nvidia. AMD's PA's lean here. Nvidia's looks good, but AMAT. We got a breakdown here. You have this like flat top feel at this like 112 over 112 really. 118, 122. Oh, excuse me. AMD this prior, the weekly, monthly here more for just the eyes to see. This thing over 73.86, possible for a nice bounce. Daily's getting pretty crazy, and for the daily, the 78.30 area, 78.50, been offering good rejections. You can see the daily's getting a little tight here. If this clears 78.30, long side thesis can work out, knowing you need to clear 79.20, 79.20 clears, this thing can really start to move back to that big 80.30 gap fill, 81.50, and the gap was filled 83.52. If that 78.30 rejects, just know that this 75.30 is going to be pretty heavy support. If broken, I'm looking for this daily 73.86, and you got trend break. And, really our retest of breakout was back at that 69.68 level, right? ARRY is another one here. Kind of a monster move after ER. Now the monthly is breaking out. So we're over this prior high. So I'm really watching this prior high at 24 and want to see how price reacts to that. Over this, we should move relatively fast, 25.70, 26, and then that prior high at that 28. If this thing goes short side under 22.90, we'll fall pretty quick to that 21.5, 27 area. Here's that 22.90. I don't know why those greens are. You're risking that 24. You can kind of see prices only wicks through 25.70 to 27.85. And then if you clear 27.85, 30.67 possible. And then, you can kind of see the ladder here. So be watching this trend like this, holding beautifully. BA, I know it looks silly, but I guess we can just delete this nonsense. We were getting, the daily actually is a little exaggerated. There it is again, right? The daily is a little exaggerated, on that pennant there, but definitely have some interest here. BA's been super hot. We did have a nice breakout there over, really heavy resistance at that 174 area. BA has cleared this prior high and is now looking to break out at 179.70 area. If broken, I think BA can really see some legs. I think 180, 181.15 is going to be a tough area to get through. So your high, 179.30. I think that 181 area is going to give you some good resistance. Monthly says BA's got, a real nice move here up 188, 190 level. That would be your retest of breakdown. And where I'm referring to is this pocket here. That would give you a monthly breakout, monthly double bottom over neckline now is moving nicely. Guilds is another one that's kind of just been, going berserko and kind of like that ABBV feel when we were playing that last week. It's kind of that same vibe here, right? So, let's see. Top tick, bottom tick, you name it. We are over our prior high, 86.23. This one's tough because your next prior high is at 88.94. So the risk here is, it's a big void here. It's, again, looking through this air. If you look through this area, it's kind of really just, it's Wick City, so price is going to probably move fast through that. So 86.30, you could really see it move to 88.94. That prior high 89.50. If 89.50 clears, Guild can get on the move, and again, multi-time frame breakouts here. The monthly wants this thing back up to 92.94 area. It's I haven't played Guild in a very long time, but another thing to think too, we're coming into major supply here. Our retest is all the way down at 74. This thing, straight 61.94 to 86.30, quite the move. And again, look how price reacts, right? Mega bounces when it broke, reject, 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 right? Let's see what happens here. And again, J&J is weekly. Every time we get these weekly trend breakouts, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. We're getting this weekly breakout. The daily, we're back, back in this little channel we created. So I'd love to see this thing back up to that 179.74, and then kind of push on up, honestly. And again, another one, PFE. I don't really want to go over, every name, but weekly, monthly trend coming up here. Be pretty interesting. Sector hot. Lowe's is another one I'm pretty interested in. Let me check it out why I liked it. I guess Calties is 215.60, needing to clear 218.30, and then that 221.50 to give a smack, and that area is pretty big, honestly. In terms of the breakdown, look for this 208.90. You get a nice trend break. Lows really from lows, okay, 178 to 220, 222 area. You got a gap fill down at 195 to 192. Really price is thin down to 200 here. But like I said, this is both ways here. You could play the upside for a 10-point move or the downside for a 10-point move as well. The weekly, these wicks don't look good up here. We haven't had a close over that 212.30, so watch out for that. I know another one like Walmart kind of clearing the way here. If Walmart can just get over 153.66, I'd love to see this go test, at least 158.30. MSTR was another good chart. Weekly reversal being put in. That 150 area is pretty heavy support. We got some nice bounces off of it. MSTR over 178.60 looks good. Prior low is 183.50 area. Retest of breakdown is somewhere up at 214. We know 200 is going to be tough. My ASON is in play. You watch the play recaps or any of the videos I've talked on ASON, right? You got that 17 prior low dip buys working now back over the magical 18. Yeah, so I mean, Starbucks is another position I'm watching. Let this thing clear, break holdover. Not, really 100, prior low 103, 104, breakdown at that like 106, 108 area. this thing's been real strong. If it rejects this 100, it'd be a simple stop loss. And really, I want to see it back down, at least retest 94. And then this head and shoulders possibly could play out, and it could be a real mean breakdown, honestly. Um, BMY, let's see if this thing can. Oh, I mean, she looks like she's ready to bust it out here. But yeah, that's Oracle's been super strong, but again, it's just kind of go. We did a great play review on this one as well, but just going over charts that look great. Oracle, that prior high 84.72. If that thing breaks, this thing's going back 88.90. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Let's bank. Last week's watch list, I made it a point to play, and we finally, really keened in on that and made some money. So enjoy your night. Let's ride.